Aloha, my name is Sundae Merrick. Now, you come to Sedona and we want to make sure we maximize your time here. So I use the tools that give me the most information in the shortest amount of time. I'll use the stars, I'll use my cards, and I'll use my pendulum. It reads the energy, that universal energy. When you first come in, one of the first things that I ask you about is what your birth date, your time and place of birth are. And I construct a chart like this. This chart has everything to do with where the planets and the signs of the zodiac were at the time of your birth. It's an amazing guide and tool for you and for me to assist you with understanding yourself better. These planets move. This is where they were at the time of your birth. They move around and they make angles to other planets. That's called a transit. And when you have transits, you know exactly what's coming up. And there are time frames. I can give you good time frames for weddings, for new businesses, for good times to get pregnant. All of these things, when you go with your cycles, things are great. When you have challenging cycles and you try to initiate something, it's a little bit more difficult. You can do it, but it takes a whole lot more energy. It's like launching a ship. You launch it when the tide goes out, not when the tide's coming in. Now the cards give more details. Say you have a specific question about how someone's thinking or feeling about you. I can lay the cards down and let you know. I can also tell you how a relationship is moving along in more detail than with the stars. So the cards give us more to go on in the story of what you're dealing with. I also do palms. Your left palm is what you came in with, and your right palm is what you've done with it. And the lines change. And in these lines, we can see what your overall balance is mentally, physically, emotionally. We can see how smart you are, maybe how loving you are. And if not, those are areas that you can cultivate and develop within yourself. For example, this is the fate line. This is a very long line. If you know where you're going and what you're doing, that line will go all the way to the top. So, you know, in the past, it kind of curves over to the side. It's not as strong, but in this lifetime, I've really worked on that strength in the fate line. You might have one of these thumbs. This is a spender's thumb. I've had to learn how to save because a saver's thumb is more straight. So there's so many things that your palms tell you. When we do a natal reading, which is one of the specialty readings, we spend an hour and a half together and you get to know yourself so very well and understand yourself so much better. And it shows also about your parents, your siblings in your very chart. And you'll notice when family karma or family patterns repeat, you'll see them in your chart as well as your children, or you'll also see your parents in your chart as well. So it's kind of fascinating how families have similar life lessons. Now, if you are wanting to have a friends and lovers reading, this is a relationship reading. This is a reading where you get to find out how the two of you interact and how your planets touch each other. And that tells you so much about maybe some of the issues that you're dealing with. Or maybe your loved one is going through a very difficult cycle and you can understand it better and have more patience and more compassion. My book, Divine Reason and Rhyme, is about guidance and nature's wisdom. And the nature's wisdom is reflected in this chart. Each sign has a different challenge. And these are the colors of each sign. And you can see the wisdom of how it connects through each sign. And the chart gives us the opportunity to know things quickly by just looking at the chart rather than reading the entire book. Well, when life brings cycles that are challenging, sometimes it's really good to understand what those challenges mean and how you can grow and evolve with those challenges and make the most of them. Or if you're in really good cycles, it's really good to know if you have a soulmate love cycle, you can focus on love. If you're going to Vegas, you can focus on a good cycle for winning and having fun. So knowing the timing is everything. It's the most important part. Most psychic tools don't give you timing. Astrology does. Since timing is everything, isn't it time that you come in for a reading?